Okay, so rockets. Everyone's in a rocket launch, right?
Pretty hard to miss, yeah.
But what if, and stick with me here, we could actually sail through space?
Like with an actual sail.
Yeah, powered by the sun.
Now that's just getting crazy.
Sounds crazy, right? But it's not as far-fetched as you might think.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it's happening right now.
You're kidding.
Nope. A recent article in The Independent actually detailed the whole thing.
No way. Okay, I gotta hear this.
We're diving into NASA's latest experiment, the Advanced Composite Solar Sail System.
The what?
Advanced Composite Solar Sail System.
Catchy.
Yeah, try saying that 3 times half. ACS3.
ACS3.
Yeah. Much easier, right?
Way easier.
Luckily, it seems like ACS3 is a lot smoother in action than it is to say.
So what is this thing?
It's basically a giant sail, just deployed last week. It's orbiting Earth at about 600 miles up.
A giant sail just floating around up there.
And get this, it's actually visible from Earth.
Wow. You know, that kind of makes you wonder what the view is like from up there.
Incredible, I'd imagine. And that view is only going to get more interesting.
Yeah.
This is a test case. It could completely change how we explore the cosmos.
Okay, I'm all ears. Because when I think space travel, usually it's all about, giant fuel tanks, complex engines, the whole shebang.
Right.
Yeah. Where does sunlight even come into play with all that?
So it's all about these things called photons.
Photons, like light particles.
Exactly, light particles. And they have momentum.
Okay.
So when they bounce off of something reflective, like say a giant sail in space,
Right.
they transfer that tiny bit of energy. It's sort of like when you blow on a piece of paper.
Okay, I see where you're going with this.
But on a cosmic scale?
So instead of wind pushing a sailboat, you've got the constant pressure from sunlight itself.
Precisely.
That's actually, when you think about it, incredibly elegant.
Right.
Yeah.
And because sunlight is everywhere in space, you don't need to carry any fuel.
You just unfurl the sail and let the sun do the work.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm starting to see why this whole thing has game changer potential written all over it. But this specific sail, ACS3, this is happening right now.
It is.
What are we learning from it?
So ACS3. Turns out it's been putting on a bit of a show up there.
Oh, yeah. How so?
Well, the article mentioned something about it tumbling through space.
Tumbling.
Yeah, tumbling.
Huh. That'll grab you.
Right.
It's not every day you see a giant reflective sail just,
Doing whatever it's doing.
Exactly. Hundreds of miles overhead.
So is it like out of control up there? Should we be worried?
Oh, no, not quite. It's not like a wild spin or anything.
Okay, good.
An astronomer in the Netherlands, Marco Langbroek, he observed ACS3 fluctuating in brightness, almost like it was kind of wobbling.
Wobbling. Okay. So less dramatic tumble, more like a slow, calculated spin.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And it's very unlikely that this is accidental.
Right. NASA doesn't strike me as the type to accidentally leave a giant space sail unsupervised.
Not really, no. They're most likely putting ACS3 through its paces, you see.
So like testing out the aerodynamics?
Well, not exactly aerodynamics. We're in space, after all. But testing how it responds to different orientations, how to maneuver using nothing but the sun's energy, that sort of thing.
That makes sense. It's like they're figuring out the fine points of, like, cosmic sailing, how to tack, how to adjust course.
Exactly. And those fine points, as you call them, those are going to be crucial.
How so?
Because what we learned from ACS3, those fine points, could help us achieve missions that we could only dream of before.
Okay, now those are the missions unimaginable I want to hear about. We've been tossing around game changers all day, but what are we really talking about here? What's the big, audacious goal of solar sail technology? So we've been talking about how this sail, this ACS3, is pushing the boundaries, but where could it actually take us, What's the final destination? What are we talking about here?
Well, imagine for a second a future where we're not limited by how much fuel we can cram into a rocket.
Right. Yeah.
With solar sails, we could be sending probes to the edge of our solar system.
Wow. Really?
And even beyond. Places we can only dream of reaching with current tech, it just wouldn't be possible.
Okay, that's huge. No more giant fuel tanks, you just use the sun.
Exactly. Free energy.
Free energy, endless, basically.
Endless.
But interstellar travel, that feels like, I don't know, a whole other ball game, right?
Yeah.
I mean, how long would it even take to get,
To get anywhere.
Yeah, to get it anywhere.
It's definitely a long game, for sure, but even reaching a fraction of the speed of light with solar sails would be, it would revolutionize everything.
Yeah.
We could potentially reach nearby star systems within a human lifetime.
So instead of just observing stars, we could actually be sending spacecraft to, get up close and personal, study them,
Exactly.
learn about other planets around other suns, maybe even, like, I don't know, start looking for signs of life out there.
Exactly.
It's mind-blowing.
And that's just the interstellar stuff.
Oh, right.
Think about the missions closer to home. Imagine, like, a network of these solar sails.
Okay.
Just permanently stationed around our solar system, monitoring for solar flares, maybe tracking asteroids, even acting as communication relays for, say, a future lunar or Martian outpost.
Right. It's like we're going from exploring on foot to, crossing oceans with a fleet of ships. This changes everything.
Exactly. And ACS-3, well, it's just one step. It's a crucial proof of concept.
Right.
It shows us that this technology, it has the potential to really fundamentally change how we view our place in the cosmos.
It's like that saying, right? We are a way for the cosmos to know itself.
I like that one.
And with solar sails, we might actually have the means to get out there and do some serious exploring instead of just wondering.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
So to wrap things up, we went from, a seemingly simple article about a tumbling sail to some, pretty profound realizations about the future.
It's always more than meets the eye.
It is. And thanks to ACS-3 and, of course, the brilliant minds over at NASA, it seems like the dream of sailing among the stars might be a lot closer than we think.
Then we think.
This is why we do the deep dives, everybody.